Have I got any questions?
I've got a question about the Higher Education Achievement Report. Would you work to promote it like the previous candidates were promising to do, especially considering that it can be quite unevenly biased against people who have to work and mature students who just don't have the time to volunteer?
Take him first.
You see, my campaign that I have is that there are three main areas that I'm wanting to stand by, and that is that it's voice, choice and change. And so for me, standing and being in the position of the Vice President for Advocacy and Diversity, is that if that is something that's important to you, then, or if it's something that you think is a bias, then maybe that's something that needs to be reflected on, and I would be happily standing there and speaking to the individuals that are involved in that process, and to see how we can actually make it important to you and make sure that the results that are being produced are inclusive of those points. So yeah, absolutely.
I didn't get your question well, but was it for mature students you meant?
Mature students or students who have to work because of financial difficulty.
Well, I would get connected with them, and I would be there for them to listen to them and what do they want. I'm really a person that likes to talk to people and what's their problem, and I would be fighting for them for all with my power. And I do think that the mature student or postgraduate are not treated as everyone else in the university. I do agree with that. I think the university thinks that this university, like the union, is only for the age of 18 to 24. Well, actually, no, they are part of our university as well, and they should be involved. So I will just get communicated with them and talk to them face to face.
Do I have any more questions for the diversity and advocacy candidates?
Sorry, maybe I don't understand the actual answers. So would the candidates be for here or against here who is discriminating? Just yes or no? No, I mean, are you supporting here as a great tool, or are you saying it's discriminating towards those who have to work or have to care for their elderly or for their kids, and that it does discriminate people who cannot volunteer?
I'll take Rosa first.
So just yes or no, would you be for here or against here?
Well, I support. I know that there will be. Sorry.
Rosa.
I know that there will be difficulty because they will have to take care of other people, but I would like them to get involved in the university, and I will not discriminate them. No, of course, we're for equality.
Do you support the introduction of the here stuff? Yeah. Kim?
I think that it would be important to find out more from people that what they see the results showing, because I wasn't aware that it was so discriminating of people that are working and people that are single parents and things like that, or parents working and parents coming to university. So I would be looking to actually find out more from the people that are involved in the process why it's discriminating against them. And so I'd be happy to go and speak to your management and any other kind of groups that are around about that to see how it can become more equal. Does that answer that? Is that okay? Yeah.
In its present form, do you support the introduction of youth?
Well, no, not if it's unequal, then no, like, because then I think that this something that's been raised is that it needs to be something that needs to be reflected on. So if it's something that's not going to be equal, then it needs to be more information and people discuss things about it.
Yep.
Sorry, this is more a question towards yourself to compare this evening. Are we allowed to direct questions to individual candidates rather than all candidates?
Yes.
Specifically to their manifesto.
Yes, you are, but I will also let the other candidate respond if they have any comments.
Oh.
Do you have a question for your candidate?
Just want to clarify.
Yeah.
If you had to drop everything on your manifesto by one thing, and it was that one objective that you had to make sure that you completed it by the end of next year, if you were elected, what would it be?
Okay.
I think that the fact that my manifesto is based round about ensuring that the voice of the students are heard, then I think that that would be my main thing that I would take forward. Yeah, voice of, like, and especially to do with like the liberation groups and things like that. So yeah, no, I think it's like the most important thing is like ensuring that you know what the people of the university want. So yeah, so for a voice.
When I spoke before, I didn't mention everything. I forgot some because I was nervous a little bit. But my main one is extending voice to international and Erasmus students because I'm passionately about it. I think they should have the vote. And why should there be such a restriction? And they should have the decision to make that. So extending voice to international students and Erasmus. Thank you.
Start at the back.
This may be more towards to Rosa, but as voting for internationals and Erasmus students, what do you find are the actual benefits of that, as they are only here for 1 year or one semester?
Yeah. Lots of actually people said that to me. Well, I think they should have a say in the university. For not how long they're going to be in the university. Why make this such a restriction? Why should they not have the vote? That's what equality is about. There shouldn't be any restriction. And I think they should have a vote, and they should decide if they're not going to vote or not. This is not going to benefit them, or they should have the decision at the end of the day. That's what it's equality about. Thank you.
It's funny because like I've spoken to quite a few Erasmus people as well, and they're always quite shocked when they can't participate in things, and so I think that it goes back again to ensuring that people are actually aware of what's going on in the university. So whether or not because there's a lot of students that don't vote, and that's what I've been finding as well, is like throughout my campaigning, is that there's a lot of people that they just don't see the point in voting. And so I think that it is about raising the profile of what it is to be in Strathclyde University and what it means for the people that are representing in the vice presidents and president position. Like, you know, I think it's about raising the kind of profile and making sure and ensuring people actually know. So if we can reach for Erasmus students to have a vote, they're more aware of actually what they're voting for. So for me, it goes back to kind of Malcolm's point of like what would be, it's about knowing what people are actually, you know, what their opinions are and how it connects to what's going on in this university and within this union.